Where is it? Why hasn't it showed up yet, or some variation of it? If this is a conversation that you're having with yourself, you want to listen to this video. Because if you're struggling thinking that your manifestation hasn't shown up and it doesn't work and you're not getting what you want, here's a huge shift you're going to make. And this is going to help you. Very powerful stuff. Okay. Welcome to Patty's World. We talk everything mindset, manifestation, and lifestyle, and really how to align and create and draw in the life of your dreams, because everyone is absolutely worthy. You just have to believe in your own worth and value. That's really the key. That is the big shift. So, if you have had this conversation with yourself, where is it? Where is it? I feel it. I'm thinking about it. I'm believing it. I'm doing all these techniques. I'm meditating. I'm affirming. I'm doing robotic affirming. I had someone ask me this yesterday in my TikTok, that they're doing robotic affirmations. Do I believe in robotic affirmations? If you're using the word robotic to define your affirmations, you haven't shifted and it's doing nothing. You can repeat them over and over and over. But affirming is about changing your state, about creating from within. You're imprinting new beliefs and thoughts about yourself and aligning and identifying with a new identity, a new version of yourself in your mind. And when you do this, then your external world will reflect it. So you create that version in your mind, in your imagination. Everything starts in the mind, in the imagination. And I always say this, you create that version in your mind of the person, here's the key, who has and is already what they want, their manifestation, their desire, having and being. That's the big shift. So robotic affirmations or any of the techniques that you're doing in and of themselves aren't going to shift you. What shifts you is you engaging yourself from within, your inner state shifting from within, believing that you have and that you are the person who already has it in the eternal present right now. Everything exists in the now. Everything else is in the mind. We're always creating with our minds. I want you to know that. You're either looking back or you're thinking about things in the future. And so in the eternal now, you want to step into the version of you that has it and is it. You want to get into the state of having, you have your manifestation. What would it look like? What would it feel like? And being, I am the person who is being the one who has it, who is living her ideal life, who is being in her ideal relationship, who is already loved and adored and is worthy and is chosen. I am being the person who has everything she wants. And who would she be? Well, she would operate from confidence and security and safety. It's that state that we shift into. And we affirm. The affirmations are to bring us to that state, not just the I am worthy, I'm worthy, I'm worthy. I like affirmations. I did affirmations when I first got into this because it would help me interrupt the pattern of negative thinking and negative self-talk. Because our negative self-talk and our internal conversations are manifesting. You're imagining when you're engaging your mind to talk to yourself and talk to other people with yourself. That's engaging your imagination. So if you catch yourself and you know you're doing this, you can do the opposite. Have a positive conversation with everything works out in your favor, but feel that you got the resolution you wanted, that you got the wish fulfilled, or that somebody's congratulating you on your car. So here's simple shifts. Have you ever been congratulated for anything in your life? Okay. And how does it feel to be congratulated? If I asked you right now, how does it feel to be congratulated for anything that you've achieved or accomplished, or for your birthday, whatever it is? Okay. So when you imagine and it feels good, you apply that feeling good of being recognized, of being valued, of being chosen, of somebody congratulating you. Apply that with your manifestation as if you already have it and somebody is congratulating you. Congratulations, Patty, you have A, B, and C, whatever it is you wanted. And I feel myself having it and being the woman who is living that ideal reality, because I'm always creating in my mind, in my imagination. And my internal conversations and my internal dialogue is going to reflect that state of, Me thinking of a conversation that I'm having with somebody, and I hear them tell me, wow, Patty, look at your new car, or wow, Patty, you did this, or wow, Patty, I really loved your video. Whatever it is you want to manifest, that's all you want to start doing. Because if it hasn't shown up yet, I'm going to tell you, you haven't shifted within. You're doing all the robotic techniques and going through the process, and you know it at an intellectual level, but you haven't shifted from within. And here's a key indicator that I know you haven't shifted is if you're asking me when or why, or you keep on saying it doesn't work, it hasn't shown up. You haven't shifted from within. When the shift happens from within and you're feeling better about yourself and the situation, and you're actually able to surrender it where you're like, I don't care anymore. Not that you don't care, but your happiness is not contingent on having it because you've created that state already. Because really, we just want to feel as if we already have it, right? It's not necessarily the thing, it's the feelings it evokes of having and being. Because in our minds, we've created that if I have this relationship, this money, this whatever it is, it's going to make me feel better. And if you focus on feeling better, then that thing comes. That's the irony of it. That's the irony of it. When you feel good, that's when it shows. You first have to change your inner state. So, if you focus more on that, on reprogramming your subconscious mind, because that all deals with self concept, and you affirming and telling yourself over and over, I am this person, but you allow it to imprint. You do it before bed, you do meditations when you're in theta brain wave state, and you practice imagining simple visual scenes a couple of seconds whenever you have free time, whenever you're in like that sleep state or drowsy state. When if you start interrupting that negative self-talk, you change your talk. I have to, with one of my clients, I was working with her at telling her to pay attention to her dialogue because she would automatically default to negative catastrophizing dialogue and descriptions. And I told her, listen to yourself. How do you expect things to change if you haven't changed within? Because you're arguing for your limitations, and no matter what I tell you, you default to negative. The shift happens within. You have to believe and assume that irrespective of what's showing up in your 3D reality, in your external world, the world of the five senses, that everything's realigning in your favor and you're getting what you want because everything works out in your favor, which is why we do all these techniques. It's to shift us from within. And when we shift from within to the person who is living in the wish fulfilled, who has it? Who is it? I have what I want, and I am the person who has what they want. I'm being that woman who is confident, secure, knows her worth and value, and gets everything she wants. And I don't know how, but everything always works out in my favor. And you live from those core beliefs and that identity. That's when your external world shifts. And I promise you, that's when things show up. It's a simple process. That is when things show up in your life. That's when everything changes, everything realigns, and you get everything you want. Practice those shifts, the shift from within, not robotic. I don't even want you to put the word robotic in your affirming. You're affirming because you're imprinting new beliefs, because you're always talking to yourself, and you want to make sure that those internal conversations, that internal dialogue reflects the version of you that is being the most elevated and secure and confident, badass person who gets everything they want. That's the huge shift. Focus on shifting from within and changing your self-talk and self-conversations and interrupting the pattern that we've been operating from default for so long. That will shift everything for you. And that's when things show up. When you kind of take a step back, surrender, and focus more on how you feel within. And a good indication that you've shifted is because you feel that shift within. You're not so obsessing and controlling and asking when and how and why. You're more like, not like, you are certain and secure that everything always works out in your favor and you get everything you want. So that's the shift you want to operate from. Okay? All right. Thank you for joining me on Patty's World. I appreciate your support. Make sure you follow me and subscribe and share this with anyone that you think will benefit from. And I'll see you on the next one.